Thank you very much, Senator Ferris. I find it very exciting to be in a place where the public and the private sector are actually working together. I didn't know there was such a place until today. Congratulations. I know you spent the morning talking about a lot of different issues that affect our country, and I suspect that you'll spend the next few days continuing to talk about those challenges and the leadership that's necessary to overcome them. Because whether you're from Texas or Maine or Florida, Utah, even Arkansas, these are worrisome times. Gas prices are on seemingly a perpetual climb. Food prices are going up. Credit markets are tightening. And the health care issue continues to be a problem. You know better than anyone, a leader's responsibility is to solve problems. And what I'd like to do with you today is let you know that you're not alone. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about our customers and what's happening in our stores and our clubs around the country right now. We're seeing sales spike around paydays. The further you get away from the payday, the more difficult our sales are. We're seeing people use gift cards for basics like groceries and infant formula. We're seeing stimulus checks that are going straight into the gas tank. And we're seeing customers making increasingly difficult decisions about what to buy for their families. They're making difficult trade-offs. What that tells us is that we too have a responsibility to be part of the solution for our customers and to address those challenges. You could say it's the most meaningful part of what we do as a business while fulfilling our mission as a company. It's not just about saving people money, it's about causing their lives to be better. Over the last few years, Walmart and Sam's Club have tried to make sure that everything that we work on causes their lives to be better and meets that goal. And so as we do that, we're committed to working with others to maximize the impact that we can have. And it's been our experience that we can be an effective partner. We think we have a unique perspective about what people want and need right now, and we know that we have the reach to make a meaningful difference. Take small business, for example. The economic pressures facing individuals and families are being felt even more acutely by this country's small business owners. Sam's Club, the division of Walmart that I'm responsible for, has millions of small business owners that come into our clubs each week. In fact, more than half of our business is done with small business. We're talking about people who run independent restaurants, people who operate independent convenience stores, they run daycares, they run private schools, they're attorneys, they're doctors. And they count on us to use our scale to help bring value to them as they run that small business. And the fact is that our small business owners at this moment are very focused on value. Our relationship with small business puts us in a position to understand what those challenges are that they're facing and to help them create success, or in some cases, just survive. So I want to tell you about that, the things that we're hearing from our members. First, we're hearing about gas prices, and it's not hard to understand why. Gas a year ago when you had your conference in Philadelphia would have been about $75 a barrel. Today it's down to $122 a barrel, and we're a little bit excited about that. I think that's kind of sad. Gas would have been about $3 a gallon, and now it's somewhere around $4. Things have changed, and that matters to our members. It impacts their businesses, it impacts their customers, and it impacts them as families. While we can't make more oil readily available in our company, we can impact energy use. We're using wind and solar power in many of our stores and our clubs. We're increasing the fuel efficiency of our private fleet, and we can extend the reach beyond just our own footprint. We're working with suppliers to reduce packaging, which has quite a few benefits. One of those benefits is it allows us to get more merchandise into the trailers instead of packaging, which helps us reduce the impact of the use of oil. And our goal is to reduce our packaging by 5% by 2013, and we're making a lot of progress. We're measuring it, and our suppliers are working together with us on it. We're also offering solutions to members that help them use energy more efficiently and help them save money along the way. I hope that many of you would have heard the story about compact fluorescent light bulbs, or CFLs, and hopefully you have them in your homes or in your businesses. And Walmart and Sam's Club, since October of 2006, have sold over 200 million of those bulbs. This has eliminated the need for 3 coal-burning power plants and saved our customers and members over $4 billion in energy costs over the life of those bulbs. So what we're working on is to find ways where we can save our customers and members money and do the right thing for the environment and reduce the impact as it relates to energy. One new idea that we're implementing in 9 Southern California clubs, a lot of them in LA, and Sam's Clubs, where we've taken an entire energy aisle and put in Energy Star appliances. Rooftop solar panels are being sold to members, and we put low-flow toilets in, and new LED lights, the next thing beyond CFL bulbs. And I believe that will work, and you'll see us roll that out into all of our clubs next year. That's our intention. And I think it'll have a big impact. Something else we're hearing from small business members is that food costs are really impacting them. In the last couple of weeks, I've been in Houston, Salt Lake City, Colorado Springs, St. Louis, and other places I probably can't even remember at the moment. I've been talking to these small businesses about what they're seeing, and they're really concerned about what's happening with grain and the impact that it's going to have on proteins. And these independent restaurants are struggling with, how do I sell a steak, or how do I sell another protein like chicken and still make money? And in one place I was in Houston, it's called Fatty's Mediterranean Grill. And what he's had to do with his 6 restaurants is to figure out how to produce all of his product in one kitchen so he can buy in truckload quantities from Sam's Club rather than taking delivery at 6 different units, so that he can get his costs down and still make a profit and operate those buildings. I ran into another guy in St. Louis at Café Provencal, and he's had to stop taking delivery and start coming into our clubs early in the morning between 7 and 10 when we're just open for small business, so that he can save enough money to keep his business alive. They're under pressure. Not only small businesses, restaurants, caterers, and people like that, but also families are under pressure as it relates to food costs. So we're trying to figure out how to buy even more produce locally so that we can reduce the mileage with produce. We're trying to come up with new ways to configure product, and one of the latest ones that I'm excited about is a new milk jug. And I don't know if any of you saw Matt Lauer on the Today Show recently trying to pour a gallon of Sam's Club milk, but one of our dairies has figured out how to make a milk jug that is more of a rectangular box, which enables us to stack it on a pallet, really get the freight costs down. And because of what we've done, we've been able to reduce the cost of a gallon of milk by between a dime and 20 cents, depending on the dairy, and it's more fresh. The only issue is it pours differently, and we've had a few people crying over spilled milk. Now, Matt Lauer spilled a little bit, but he overcame it, Governor. He said he thought he was going to be all right and figure that one out. If it saves you 10 or 20 cents, I think we can all learn how to tilt rather than pick it up, which is basically what you have to do. So we're trying to be creative about that issue. Of course, our members also tell us that, like most Americans today, they're really struggling with health care. It's an increasing concern. Since we launched our $4 generic prescription program, our company's saved customers more than $1 billion at Walmart and Sam's Club through $4 generics. One of the things that I'm really proud of is that our competition had to follow us. I was in a market recently where there was a big billboard and a grocery store was now announcing $4 generics. A little over a year late, but they're there. So what that means is they're saving their customers money, and it's even more than $1 billion that have been saved. Through a number of partners, we're offering members at Sam's Club affordable small business health plans and discounts. And as a company, we're moving towards electronic medical records, e-prescriptions, and we're offering consumers access to health care by leasing space to health clinics. We're also carrying affordable health and wellness products that promote a more healthy and sustainable life, like organic products and like fair trade coffee, which I hope you've tried at Sam's. So we believe we can make a difference in that space, and it's also good for our company financially. We're also hearing about how the credit crisis has placed more financial pressure on business members. Some small business members that I've met actually use their home mortgage to help finance their business. We're talking about small sole proprietors, so you can imagine with the credit crisis how that made them feel. So what we've been trying to do is do a better job of communicating our savings. We actually save people a lot more money than people give us credit for, and we've been doing invoice comparisons so they can see that item by item and put some proof behind large percentages of savings.